To Jammu and Kashmir. After 25 years of the Kargil war, the Pakistani army chief has now admitted involvement, stating that many Pakistani soldiers sacrificed their lives during that conflict. Former Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Kavinder Gupta, in response, has now said that with Pakistani army chief's confession, Pakistan stands exposed on its role in regional instability, adding further that a weak Indian government in 1999 had helped Pakistan carry out attacks on India.
यकीनन पाकिस्तानी कौम एक जर्री और बहादुर कौम है जो आज़ादी की अहमियत को निभाना और इसकी कीमत चुकाना अहसन तरीके से जानती है। 1948, 1965, 1971 या कारगिल की पाक बहारत जंगें हों या सियाचिन का महाज, हज़ारों शुहदा वतन की सलामती और हुर्मत की खातिर कुर्बान हुए।
देखिए, सच सामने आया है। भारत ने कभी पहले युद्ध नहीं किया, लेकिन अगर किसी ने किया है तो उसको करारा जवाब दिया है। 1965 हो, 67 हो या कारगिल वार हो, पाकिस्तान को अच्छा मजा दिखाया है। लेकिन कभी कभी इस प्रकार के जो सत्य बोल हैं वो उनके मुंह से निकल जाते हैं। तो ये लेकिन किस संदर्भ में उन्होंने ये बात मानी है ये तो नहीं जानता, लेकिन सच यही है कि पाकिस्तान ने ही युद्ध की शुरुआत की थी, तो उसके बाद ही जो उसको मुंह की खानी पड़ी थी। किस देश में कमजोर सरकारें रही जिसके कारण से ये कश्मीरी लोग थे ब्लैकमेल करते रहे। आज वो समय नहीं है। ये फिर से वैसा माहौल बनाना चाहते हैं। इनका मैनिफेस्टो ये सिद्ध कर चुका है। मुझे लगता है कि बड़ा प्यार आता है इनको पाकिस्तान में, तो जाकर के वहां 2 महीने रहें, इनको खुद पता लग जाएगा। ये भी सोचते हैं कि केंद्र को ब्लैकमेल करेंगे। केंद्र में एक मजबूत सरकार है, ये मोदी सरकार है, ये मनमोहन सिंह की या दूसरे लोगों की सरकार नहीं है।
In fact, while addressing the poll rally in Jammu yesterday, Home Minister Amit Shah also hit out at the Congress National Conference's alliance, accusing them of supporting terror in the valley, and in fact reiterated that there can be no dialogue with Pakistan until peace is restored between both the nations.
पूंछ, राजौरी, डोडा में आतंकवाद को आने देंगे क्या? अरे जोर से बोलो, आने दोगे क्या? ये 3 परिवार, कांग्रेस का परिवार, एनसी अब्दुल्ला परिवार और पीडीपी का मुफ्ती परिवार, ये तीनों परिवारों ने अरबों खरबों रुपया लूटा है। कश्मीर में ऐसी सरकारें थी जो आतंकवाद के सामने आंख मूंद कर बैठी। ऐसे लोग भी है जो शांति होती थी तो यहां आकर मुख्यमंत्री बन जाते थे, और आतंकवाद होता था तो दिल्ली में जाकर कॉफी बार में कॉफी पीते थे। वो कहते हैं हम पाकिस्तान से बात करेंगे। आज मैं कहकर जाता हूं, जब तक शांति नहीं होती पाकिस्तान से कोई बात नहीं होगी। मैं आज कहना चाहता हूं, मोदी जी के 10 साल में आतंकवाद में 70% कमी लाने का काम ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की।
CNN News 18's Ishan Vani is joining us on the broadcast. Ishan, a very good morning to you. We were just speaking about it earlier, about the Afzal Guru statement that came in from National Conference's Omar Abdullah. How exactly the conference is taking this sharp jibe coming in from the Union Home Minister at this point of time? Because in 2013, it was Congress's government at the center when Afzal Guru was actually there at Tihar jail and his execution actually happened.
Well, exactly right. The Congress was in power and Umar Abdullah was the chief minister. Today they are part of an alliance, but Umar Abdullah has criticized the hanging of Afzal Guru in a way that if he was, told to sign the orders of Afzal Guru's hanging, he wouldn't have agreed to it. He had viewed these opinions in 2013 as well, and he has viewed these opinions again in after almost 11 years. So there is no change in the stance of Umar Abdullah and the party. which continues to maintain that they are against any capital punishment. But there is a scathing attack from the Home Minister and the BJP against the alliance, against the agenda that the alliance carries forward. First, it was in NC's manifesto, where they talked about autonomy, 370, 35A, and then when the alliance was confirmed, the Home Minister Amit Shah, along with the BJP's top leadership, questioning that whether the Congress supported the decisions or the manifesto that the National Conference has released since they were in a pre-poll alliance. But remember, Congress has been more or less silent on the issue. Because similarly, the National Conference has been silent on the issues that are concerning the Congress as well. They have been seeking answers from each other's party, but this is somewhere where Congress can have, ramifications not in Jammu and Kashmir, but outside Jammu and Kashmir. Because, 370, 35A and other things that are listed in the NC's manifesto, the Home Ministry and the Government of India says that it is a gone thing and it will be returned back. So they are questioning that whether the Congress supports all these decisions, all these moves of returning all these things, which has come to an end. So yes, it might have political ramifications for them at the national level, but in Jammu and Kashmir, the National Conference would aim at addressing a certain lobby or a certain section which could turn their fortunes and which could help them in winning the upcoming assembly elections. But will it dent their fortunes in Jammu for the Congress? That will be interesting to see. But Congress hasn't been performing great in Jammu and Kashmir. For Congress, it's a compulsion to do an alliance and make sure that they are able to formulate a victory. And one has to wait and see that because there are rallies that are going to happen from the Prime Minister to Defence Minister today and other dignitaries who will be definitely taking an aim at the Congress and the National Conference.